Welcome back to Chalky Milk Gang Podcast. Guys, this is episode 50. That's a big
Let's
number.
go. I didn't realize it was 50.
Yeah, literally episode 50. I just checked. Season 4, episode 5, the 50th overall episode of the podcast. We have a very long, very short 30-minute episode for you all. What are we talking about?
So we're talking about ourselves this time. The three of us and Bo, a two-time alum. We went to New Hampshire this weekend and just had a great time. And now Alex is in Maine, so he's having some extravagancies there. Don't know if that's a word. Don't really care. So we're talking about ourselves after we rank, pardon me, some delicious chocolate milk. And I also want to shout out our friend podcast, Who Asked Cast, with Aaron and Alex, I believe, is his co-host. They also just had their 50th episode. So
big milestone.
You know, great minds think alike, and great podcasts reached 50 episodes together. So shout out them. Subscribe to us and then subscribe to them, you know? I was just gonna say that a little birdie told me that Alex had a new chocolate milk to try.
Maybe. You may be right, you may be wrong. Today we got Oakhurst. We've had Oakhurst before, but we haven't had whole milk from Oakhurst before. It was like 8:30. I realized that I didn't have chocolate milk for this, so I zoomed to the gas station around here, and they had like a great chocolate milk variety. It was Circle K. They didn't have like the Circle K chocolate milk desk got, but they did have Oakhurst, which is like either it's the natural goodness of Maine. It says it right here, right here. Yep, there. So it's like local to Maine. It's gonna have a pour.
Dang, son.
Zero spillage. I didn't spill once. Perfect. I'm proud of myself. It says so chocolatey, so delicious on the thing. So it's either going to be chocolatey and delicious or just they're going to be capping. So.
Love the in-depth analysis.
Only 2 sips. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get to 4. It doesn't count.
You had to prompt him on there, didn't you?
Hey, I got to keep the bit alive. There you go. See, now I can rest easy. Oh, we went to 5.
5 is magic.
So, based off the 5 sips I've had of this chocolate milk, I gotta say I'm very impressed. Just first off, look at the art. Look at the little chocolates.
Okay.
They're right here, right there. You have to love that. 220 calories, 35 milligrams of cholesterol, and 480 milligrams of potassium. So it's really providing the intangibles. It's reminding me a lot of Ronnie Brook right now, which I'm very surprised about because this is like more of a Ronnie Brook is a more local thing. Oakhurst is more commercialized. This is literally excellent. I'm gonna give this an 8.8. I'm very shocked that this is like actually very good. So yeah, definitely. If you're in Maine, get yourself some Oakhurst.
Ooh, can I go next?
Mm-hmm.
I'm running with a classic Lactaid. It's just, you know, a little mind frame, a little.
Been going strong with the OGs. Gorgeous pour, as always.
I mean, the best part of Lactaid is just, you know, it's not going to make you feel bloated, like, at all.
Mm-hmm.
Ranking this high today, it's going to get an 8.8. I say that that's high, but I feel like that's actually what I usually give it. So it's freaking delicious. It's a 9.0, actually. It's a 9.0 right now.
Cracking the upper echelons today. We love it.
This is an absolute top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute. This almost tastes milkshake-like, but like in a good way. Like it has the creaminess to it, but it's not overwhelming because there's no actual dairy in it. Let's go.
Look, I will say that I don't agree that it is top tier, but I respect the reasoning a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, some of us have to have opinions.
Exactly. As long as you can respect where everyone's coming from.
Yeah, Will's just feeling his chalky today.
He's feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm really thirsty, and I don't have any other beverage with me. So the fact that this is Lactaid is great because I might have like 3 or 4 cups of it.
Mhm.
There you go. There you go. Today I got my own concoction going. We had to use the Nesquik powder. I've been pretty harsh on this in the past. I'm currently still a little disappointed because I made this like 5-10 minutes ago, and it's already starting to like powder over on the top, which is not great. But you know what? Going in with an unbiased, fresh mindset, and we'll see what we can derive here. And I did use a lot of powder. I will say that as well.
I was there. I can confirm.
I mean, and yeah, there's definitely like a lot of sugar in there, which is cool. The chocolatiness is like, it's like decent. The problem is it's just not very rich. I mean, it's a very light milk chocolate flavor, and I'm glad that the flavor is so prominent because I put a lot of powder in it. But it's just the other thing is you can taste like the powder in it. Like I know that this is powder, and there's no like if you give me a blind taste test, I would be able to tell, which is disappointing.
Oh yeah, that's
Another
not
video.
fun.
That's a non-podcast content episode I would really want to do is a blindfold taste test.
That'd be really interesting to see.
Oh
But
wait, that would be so cool.
I think we should. We'll discuss off camera.
Just
Yeah, that's an off-camera discussion.
Definitely. This isn't super solid. It's also not that bad. I'm gonna give this like a 5.9.
5.9.
I gotta give it the props for having chocolatiness in the first place and for the flavor not being bad. But with that said, it still has flaws as per usual. So
That's intense. One of the most interesting things, people will always ask us like, "Oh, do you prefer powder or do you prefer syrup?" And I'm like, "Look, if you are 30 minutes away from a store, it is way more worth it to just go to the store, get some even like True Moo and Nesquik, and have that over any of that syrup or powder stuff. Like that's like my biggest surprise over the past like year or so. Like syrup and powder are just trash. Like it stinks.
yeah, I completely agree. You gotta buy the concoctions it comes. I mean,
You have to.
Not to be conceited, but sometimes people, they like say like, "Oh, syrup or powder," and it's like a lot of people don't buy chocolate milk because they'll just have the powder, and then it lasts longer because they'll have it like once every now and then. But they have syrup and stuff, and it's like it's like so much better. It's like very noticeable. There's other metaphors here with like other food items. I don't feel like thinking of them, but it's like you it's like a necessary luxury. Like if you're gonna get chocolate milk, get one that was made for you because it's gonna be better. It's not even gonna be close unless you get pea protein. Don't get pea protein.
Yeah, I guess like the one pro would be that, like, let's say like a thing of Nesquik powder, like that's gonna have 38 servings and it's gonna cost you like $5. So each glass of chocolate milk is gonna be very minimally priced, but like it's still not even close to worth it.
Yeah, and also if you're paying for milk anyway, milk and chocolate milk tends to be similar priced. So
yeah,
exactly.
Get chocolate milk.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we're on the same page. Definitely worth it.
Good analysis.
Yeah, the concoction is not worth it at the end of the day, and it's also just not as good. Like it's just a good price. It's just bad. You don't want it. Like be a good chocolate milk enthusiast. But today, moving into our topic, we're going to be talking about our busy freaking lives. We have been moving the past weeks. Y'all have been wondering why the podcast haven't transitioned to the bi-weekly schedule. And it's because, damn, we are on our grind in both the social and the professional lives. So it's been taking a lot of time. We're happy to be able to come back and sit down and like give y'all the updates because it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah, as we talked about our jobs before, and mine goes late, so to find time to coordinate that, and then our weekends are so busy because we're taking advantage of our lives. But one weekend specifically that's been busy was this past weekend when we went to New Hampshire. And so as we said before, we're just gonna discuss it. We're gonna have a conversation and you guys can just listen. That's what a podcast is anyway.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this. One thing I gotta just say right here, right now, right up front, because I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions, get a lot of debate from it. Like specifically from Ben Larson. He's gonna be like, oh wait, you went to New Hampshire, like it counts as a state. No, it does not. It's just not true. It was literally a void this whole time. Like it was just a bunch of water. I guess it's like at one side of the water there's Vermont and the other side it was Maine. So it was just really interesting to just be in a place that's not a state.
I was gonna say East Vermont is so pretty. Oh my god.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, especially as you get closer to South Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We're all on the same.
Yeah, but just wanted to clarify. I think it's an important point.
Yeah, we were out on the lake vibing this weekend. Oh my god. I mean, it was a lot, but it was so worth it. For those of y'all that don't know, who have been living under rocks, obviously, our roommate for the summer, Bo Johnson,
Bo Buckets,
Bo Johnson,
had us up to his place with his family this weekend, and we went out on the lake because they had a boat up there, and it was just, oh my god, the water was glass. What was it? I don't even know. We were out in the shallow area. What was it? Balling with a tennis ball, and just enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the energy.
Balling with a tennis ball was so fun.
Yeah,
balling. I mean, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just more context. So we like went on the lake, and there's a section of the lake that's quite shallow. It's like a sandbar. And so the common thing is when it's like good boating weather, everyone goes over there, anchors their boat, and just kind of like walks around the shallow area. So that's what we did. They had a one-man band playing on like a floaty thing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It was we were talking with some other kids our age, because they were like, there were people out. It was like people were like mingling and doing their thing. It's like a small little boat party, and we were talking with these kids. There's this one kid named Nick who's this like brawny, like athletic, tall looking dude. He's got like a ring tattoo around his freaking bicep.
Oh yeah,
like, totally jacked. But it was really good. We were taking some nice photos for the gram, as you do, and he was jumping in. He was like, come on guys, he's taking photos. He's like, come on, throw some freaking peace signs up. So we were meeting other people as well. We met some people from a lot of people from the Boston area. So more people to invite back to chill another time, which is cool.
Yeah, practically everyone up there were like from Boston area, and either they had like a second house on that lake, or it was like their summer house or like their grandparents' house, something like that, which was true for us too.
I gotta say, I mean, because obviously all of this is really cool and really fun, but just out of everything, it's just so nice to be able to just enjoy the pure serenity of being out on the water, like with the boys. Like, you talk about like the activities we're doing, and it's like, sure, you're like, you're throwing a tennis ball around in the water, ooh, fun, but there's just something indescribably like electric about being out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
everybody is just through the roof.
I was actually gonna like say the same thing, that like being out on like a motorboat, specifically like a small motorboat on like a beautiful lake like that, it was truly like a one of a kind experience. Even if you do it again, like it's gonna be a little different, and it's gonna be just as beautiful, And then being with you three gentlemen, it's truly like that's like my serenity. I think you said that word.
Bless you.
Hey.
So I was kind of gonna phrase it into a question of like, for me, being out in like the nature like that with like the lake and the green trees around us is like what I would describe as my happy place. What kind of setting is like your guys' happy place? Like mine, I would say like woodlandy nature,
I would just say Fenway Park, just straight up. Like, I bet you guys can tell, like, when we go to a game together, my mood just increases in happiness. I'm like already a pretty positive person, but it's just like me just being there with 35,000 other people. just watching the Red Sox lose 18-4.
So that's
Yeah.
Like there's like, I mean, the Red Sox winning like can beat that, but at the same time, like it's just something special to me. I've been going to games like since I was 7. I try to go to as many games as I can, and it's just like I just care about the team. I know every player. I know all the bad players, I know all the good players. I love the really mediocre players that are either going to give you 6 shutout innings or a third of an inning with 6 runs. It's just, I would, like you guys said electric earlier, I would describe it as electric factory because it's just so much electricity.
Yeah.
Love that wordplay. Electric factory. That's fantastic.
Electric City. Scranton, the electric city.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody has that one spot, right? I got like that's your spot. Mine is my family vacation spot down in Delaware. You know, head up with the family for a week, the extended family. Go out to the beach every day and like eat family dinner together and play, you know, like board games and stuff, which is always really cute. Everybody has their own spot like that, and I respect that. But it's just like, what was it? Even outside of that, I think it was just nice this past weekend to like kind of like party in a controlled like setting. And it was, I think the other thing that on top of that I didn't mention was after this, or after we went out, we were vibing on the boat, we went back, cleaned up, and then we went out to dinner at a really nice restaurant. And it wasn't even the food or like, you know, the fanciness that really got it. It was the view more than anything. It was
Oh, that view.
Will, you said taking in the nature was what kind of made it for you. That's what made it for me. Was taking in like the view of everything and like kind of the serenity that brought. Like I love, that's something that me and my family do like every year. So we go and we freaking like we get like the same like pizza thing and we bring it over to like the beach or like the kind of like the inland beach area where you can see the sunset. We just watch the sunset, eating like the best food. So it's just the fact that you get that like view on top of it. I don't care what we're eating. We eat pizza, my family, when we do that. As long as you got the views, that's what's nice. And that's what came with both the boat being out on the lake. The freaking view of the lake is gorgeous. And then we got another one where the sun was setting. We're eating dinner.
It was
incredible.
That view was like ridiculous. Like I remember looking out and just the way that the mountain ranges were like layered within like the foreground. Like there was this one and there was one behind it and one behind that, and the sunset, and then it made the mountain almost look blue. Like it looked like a t-shirt design, and it was just like it didn't seem like it was like it couldn't be that beautiful in real life. Like it's impossible, and yet that's what we were looking at.
It like
in addition to the fact that we were eating, it didn't seem real,
but it was. That was awesome. That whole view, like, look, I'm just going to say it right here, right now. I'm not even going to bring in nonsense into this, but I would buy that property for $25 straight up.
I mean, who won it?
In cash. Like, just the beautifulness.
Take my money.
Yeah, that's simple.
Yeah, I gotta say a personal highlight. For any of y'all that don't know, I when I fall asleep like a rock. So over the weekend, specifically Friday, because I had woken up 7 a.m. That morning to get to work, I was dead by the time like midnight rolled around. We were like hanging out, you know, kind of just enjoying the fact that we were out for the weekend. And so I passed out on like the edge. Like I got into bed. I was just like on my phone because I was gonna plug my phone in. I just passed out on the edge of my bed, like half hanging off. Yeah, okay, there's the photo. That's me. Yeah, I was so tired. I was so exhausted. It was so late. I've been up for 18 hours. I passed out, like, you can see, like, my limbs are hanging off. I'm, like, all the way over on the corner. Chima came in and found me and took that photo. So you can get more context.
Look, it was an absolute pleasure just being able to just photograph that moment. I think that moment specifically describes T-Big in all aspects. And just so you guys know, T-Big is Tyler's nickname. Like, it's the most important part of society at this point. Because it's just T-Big. And, you know, he had a great day, but it was a long day. So, you know, T-Big, what he likes to do, he likes to sleep. Yeah. And, you know, he finds himself sleeping, like, later in the night a lot of the times. And he just did a great job of doing that there. There wasn't really any need for, you know, all parts of himself to be on the bed by any means, or for him to really know what was going on. But at the same time, just the electricity of that situation was awesome. So it had to be captured. The emojis really represent what Tyler's mind was thinking at that moment. It's just a great experience.
I'll bring the emojis back up.
Yeah.
So we got some exclamation points. And we got some cowboy smiley faces, and we got some devil with a smile, which speaks volumes. We all know what that means.
What? What is that? You can also see I'm also facing the wrong way, and I don't have a pillow. So just all the standards have been met for that photo for sure.
It was a Tyler photo.
I like to imagine that you sat down and just fell asleep.
I probably did, to be honest. So
yeah.
Any other solid highlights? I mean, there are so many to go through.
Can I talk about losing my car keys for like an hour?
Oh yeah, no, I want to know about that.
That was like literally the most stressful hour of my life to an extent. So like so we were there for the weekend, but I had to leave Sunday morning. You guys left like Sunday night. I'm in Maine right now with my whole dad's side, all my family, having like a family week there. But I packed all my stuff up at like 8 a.m. I was all ready to go. I was like, oh, I'm kind of looking forward to this car ride. It's gonna be a new like road that I haven't been on. Like, oh, I'll just go say goodbye and like get out of here. And I'm like, wait, I need my car keys. And I thought, oh, they'd just be like right there, but they weren't. And I was looking around everywhere in the house, didn't see them. I looked in the basement, I looked in my room, looked in the kitchen, looked everywhere. I'm like, no. I just thought I thought they were gone. It got to the point where I was like, I looked like 3 times in the same places. Like I looked all around the house. It got to the point where I called AAA. I'm like, what happens if like my keys are lost? And they're like, it's a Sunday. We can't do anything for you. So you better find.
They don't do anything on Sunday?
I think it would have been fine if I was closer to a city, but Newfound Lake, New Hampshire, it's like, I was like looking at like locksmiths, like stuff like that, and everything was closed on Sunday. AAA would have been like, yeah, the best we could do is tow your car to somewhere, and that really wouldn't have done it for me. But then I guess Bo woke up. Well, no, I woke you and Bo up, and I was like, oh, where are the car keys?
You woke me up and was like, what'd you do with my car keys? And I was like, where? But what I was trying to say is, Bo had them. I never even touched them. And then Bo woke up to that because I kind of said Bo, and he was like, I gave him to you. And then you were like, you gave him to me. Like that was not the answer you wanted because it wasn't helpful because you already were looking for him.
Oh yeah, and I did not remember Bo giving them to me. It clearly happened, but I didn't remember it at that moment in time. Yeah. So I was just like, wow, I'm really screwed now. And then I guess Bo woke up a little later. And he was like looking for them. And
his grandparents were also helping, right? They texted him to help look also, and he woke up.
Oh, well, thank you, Bo's grandparents. That's very nice. But yeah, they were nervous too. And then it turned out they were like under the recliner, which I had looked before, and I looked in the exact place, but just I guess having another set of eyes is very important. Yeah. So we were able to find them, and I just left like an hour later, which was completely okay. I made it to Maine to watch the Euros with my cousins who love soccer, so it worked out well. Nice. It's just like, it was crazy because like, I have my car keys all the time, but I just lost it at like the most important moment on a Sunday. And just like, car keys are so important. That's my moral of the story. Without car keys, you can't do anything.
A very good point that not many people think about.
Yeah.
No keys. You just get, you're screwed. I love thinking about, that reminds me of a TikTok I saw, is like, what was it? There are so many small things that can like have such a big difference with like what you're able to get into. It's this great TikTok where it's like bike locks are like way too powerful. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's describing like, if you just have a bike lock, you have so much power determining what's open and closed. You can just go up to a store and be like, you're closed today, and you just put a bike lock at it, and that store is closed. And
yeah.
Like it's so simple, obviously, but it's just like the power you wield. It's something you just don't think about. It's small, but it's like, damn, for $30, I can shut down a business for a day. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I also saw something like that. I don't know if it was part of the same bit in just a different section, but it was like, it's illegal to steal a bike, but it's not illegal to put your bike lock on someone else's bike and just like basically you just stole their bike because now they can't like get home. But you didn't do anything. You just put a bike lock on their bike. Oops, sorry.
Oops.
That's so funny. Yeah, exactly. And then they gotta like basically steal their own bike from your bike.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, hilarious. But anyway, I don't want to get too off topic.
No, that's a good comparison. Like I had everything except for my car keys, and it's just like that was the most important piece of the puzzle. It just wasn't there.
No, exactly. And it was a big sports weekend too. I mean, we don't have to get too much.
Big sports one.
That was something we were doing all weekend. It's watching a lot of Wimbledon, soccer, like Alex said. I was watching it like on the bus ride home on my phone. We watched the Conor McGregor fight Saturday night where he broke his own foot fighting Poirier. It's just hilarious. Or Poirier.
Poirier.
A lot going on. And
then Poirier.
Yeah. And then Messi won the Copa America in South America too. And that was a whole thing.
Really? That's awesome.
A lot going on. We were engaged in like most of it, which is pretty impressive considering how much we were doing. And oh my God, it was Sunday morning when we went to that diner. Sorry, Alex, I know you didn't come to it, but we got some of the some of the best freaking food Sunday morning.
Oh, nice. At that breakfast place?
Yeah, we were so hungry.
Yeah,
so tired at that point. We showed up, and I mean, it was just the huge pancakes, very like local feel, which was nice. Not they were kind of busy, but it was like they could accommodate us, which was cool. And oh my God, we went to freaking Chowtown, dude.
Chowtown?
Yeah. It's so good. We all got like some variation of like eggs, pancakes, and meat. It was so good. Oh,
dude, you know it's local when the menu is on the paper place. Right
down there.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Oh. The only thing that they could have had to like improve it even further is if they had like a menu with like photos of the food in.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're in rural America, baby.
Yeah. That's the best. That's when you know you're gonna get the best meal of your freaking life.
Exactly. Thank you.
For a great price too.
Yeah, it was crazy too. We're sitting there. They have this map of like where all their customers have been from all over the world. It's like pin where you've been. People pinning from like China, like all sorts of areas in like East Asia and like Russia,
like Africa too.
Yeah, it's like, did you really come from Africa to Newfound Lake, New Hampshire? Like, listen, if that's true, that's awesome. Like, that's great that they get. But is that really like true? Like,
yes, some of those had to be capped. Like, you're not coming from Algeria.
People are
Bristol, New Hampshire.
From Algeria. Are you sure about that, sir? Like,
there's got to be plenty of like 9-year-olds that were just like, I'll be from Africa.
Yeah, that is probably how
I did my 7th grade project on Cape Town, South Africa.
So you're from Cape Town, basically.
Exactly.
Bro, Chima, you got so many mugs in here. My gosh.
I need to put those away.
Did we say that yet? That Will is in Alex's room?
Yeah, I'm in Alex's room because we don't have a desk in our room. So
yeah, and then Alex is currently up in Maine. I don't know if we said that as well. I don't want to go more into it, but
yeah. So Maine's one of the other 50 states. Yeah, it's another mug.
Why it's so small?
That's awesome. Good interpretation. Yeah, I'm doing something similar to what we were doing in New Hampshire. I have to like work this week as well. Yeah, it's such.
This is all the stuff that was in Chima's room.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is the stuff. Nice.
That is the stuff. Now you guys will have more mugs. So that's pretty good. But yeah, Maine's been pretty good. I got here yesterday. We were watching the soccer. Today I had work, so I worked remotely from here, and then I golfed. I played 9 holes at this golf course I always go to every summer, and it's just the greatest golf course. And I actually shot the ball pretty well. I shot a 51, which is 1 below a 50. So I just need to make a few changes and I can break 100 finally. But it's just like, I think what I did well today is I just enjoyed the moment. I was just like, I'm playing golf. Like, it's pretty good. instead of like thinking about every shot, I just was like, all right, I'm just gonna play golf. It's gonna be great, and that actually helped out a lot. So it's just been nice. It's been nice seeing family again that I haven't seen in like 6 months or even a year. I come here every summer, so it always has a special meaning to me. It's definitely one of my happy places, like we were mentioning earlier. So I'm looking forward to a good week here.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Glad
Yeah.
you're in your happy
Sounds
place.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Love Maine. Maine is big vibes right there.
So much
Love
vibes.
Maine.
We were talking about everybody's electric factories, and I guess that's one of them, right?
Dude, it's such an electric factor.
Maine is an electric factory for like everyone. Everyone's like, oh, I want to go to Maine. And they go to Maine. They're like, oh, Maine was so much fun.
So much fun.
Oh.
Such an underrated state.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I think it was Maine/New Hampshire was in my top 10 or 5. And I know it was in your top 10 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn, that's another throwback to another great episode. CME podcast.
Yeah. It was one of our best ones.
We almost reached 1,000 on that one.
We almost did.
I mean, this one's gonna get 1,000 views minimum. So
exactly. Well, anyway, we've been what's another
Discourse. We've been discussing. We've been having discourse.
Definitely, we've been discoursing.
No, it's just having discourse.
What was it? We've been yapping. We've been yapping on about like what we've been up to. I think we're probably gonna call it, but what was it? Nevertheless, always fun to be able to give some more content to the people.
Content to the people.
Energy back. We've been like we've been talking about. We've been out here both on our work grind, as y'all heard in previous podcasts, and just like also like doing all sorts of crazy freaking stuff. Like we talked about now, but we like to be able to freaking bring the content, bring out the vibes. Yeah, get the Choccy reviews in so the people know what to drink. Choccy enthusiasts are always welcome.
Use a condom.
Absolutely. You just gotta love the content. We're gonna produce content as much as we can, and it's not gonna be that much. I think we've all concluded that. But
yeah,
absolute pleasure being with you boys today. Great.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us. But any last words?
I love you, Mom.
I love you, Mom.
I want to hang with this Lactaid cow.
Yeah, that'd be dope. You go do that, and until next time, see ya.